some kind of spell that she was casting on me or something like that. I feel like I'm lacking a little bit of context. I also need you to explain to me what that means, home to the land of Papua. I'm gonna be so freaking honest with you. I have no idea about what exactly is going on with Papua. I know Papua Papua New Guinea. But I did heard about some kinds of G-side happening in those areas. I don't know if I'm literally confusing two completely different populations, but that's what I know about Papua. Yeah, I really don't know. I don't know anything, but you know what I know? I know Alffy Rev. I do know Alffy Rev because we watched two Wonderland Indonesia. I cried. Okay, it was very emotional, and I love the way there is like this incorporation of traditional visuals, VFX, like CGI, but also element from EDM and all those things, just put together, and how it creates emotions in us and emotions in the people watching it. So I really want to watch this. Let's go directly into it, but before that, I just wanted you to know that I have a lot of financial issues. So if you have anything to spare, $1, $2, anything, that would be really helpful. My PayPal is in my link tree in my bio. So if you have anything, don't hesitate. And also, you can sub up to my Patreon. It's not just, the amount of ass that you have. He made it very clear at the beginning. He wants that fucking prize. If he has to touch some balls for that, he will. Get out! He is looking at me right now. You need to show ass! Time out! Yo, Alffy.
sore, biasa sore.
Yeah, mari bangkit dari masa lalu man. Beri warna baru lagi dalam frame. Bikin lagi goal seperti games. Microphone teriakan chance. We are the king for the land. So one day, one side, one feel and one pride. Young people, one way, one spirit, one nation. Singa tak tidur seharian, penuh bangun dan hasilkan lagi banyak peluh. Jadilah juara tanpa banyak keluh. Kita semua adalah juara baru. Why do mama itu far? Why do mama itu far? Bila dong tanya ku sampai dari mana, kas tahu tong ini Papua. Kalau dong kasih dong punya, kas tunjuk lagi tong punya. Domberai bomberai saya dari lepa gome tak anima.
Kokonao, yarabe, sorendoreli, woflenso, bani nema, baki pose, harafabe, aswara kuat, harafabe, aswara kuat.
I didn't want to pause at all, like throughout the whole song, but since there is a glitch, I can actually say something. The reason why I didn't want to pause was because like I was kind of in a trance. No, not gonna lie, I was kind of in some kind of spell that she was casting on me or something like that. Like it's it's really, enjoyable. I still feel like I'm lacking a little bit. Damn. Anyway, I feel like I'm lacking a little bit of context. I feel like I'm lacking some kind of things that are needed to understand what is going on, you know. But I see this kind of idea of wanting to go back to your roots and to reclaim your land. I also, not me specifically, but like my island has also a history of being colonized with the first people, the First Nation being, not destroyed, but yeah, delegitimized on their own land. I was told in school that the first people of my island were completely genocided. Okay, I was told that even though we would have, obviously we have some kind of traces of their blood in our blood, which is my case. It's not the case of everyone, but this is my case. We still have a little bit of their blood, that they were still genocided and that they were exterminated and there were none anymore. But then I grew up and I, researched a little bit more and I realized that they were not exterminated at all. They were literally displaced and put in Dominica, even though there were already, first people in Dominica, but all of the first people that were also on my island had to go to Dominica too. So I wouldn't say that I, feel it the same way as someone who is native and someone who, has this deeper connection to their roots. But I can still understand, this idea of wanting to, connect with the real history and their real ancestry and their real land.
Papua.
Okay, I also need you to explain to me what that means, home to the land of Papua. Papua is the largest and easternmost province of Indonesia. Papua name comes from the word Papua. Oh, no other information? Okay. So first I want to say that it was way shorter than what he does usually. So it might also be the reason why it's a bit more difficult for me to really get what the message is and what he is trying to say by this music and by this video. But I still, get all of those elements that I talked about earlier with the EDM, with the traditional sounds, the traditional visuals, and those, it just feels right. It just like at some point, like I literally had chills. Even if I don't completely understand, I still have enough understanding and enough grasping of what is going on to just feel chills in my veins and on my body and on my skin. But anyway, it's going to be all for today. Thank you very much and bye bye. It's not just, the amount of ass that you have. He made it very clear at the beginning. He wants that fucking prize. If he has to touch some balls for that, he will. Get out! He is looking at me right now. You need to show ass. Time out!